your hearing. And it's all week long, and Dr. Amanda Ledige is here to tell us more. Welcome back, Dr. Amanda.
Thank you for having me.
Yes, thanks for coming back. So tell me more about the Love Your Hearing event that's going on this week.
Sure. So it's an opportunity for people to come in, meet with an audiologist, receive a hearing screening, and then just discuss any general concerns that they have about their hearing health, find out what options are available, and go from there.
Yeah.
So it's complimentary.
Yeah, and you guys, I've been to your office before. You guys are very complimentary when you're there. So, but it's a free event, and so
Yes.
that tells me that it's something that it's important, that you don't want money or time or anything to be a barrier to people. So tell me why it's important, why you want to tell people that it's important to be proactive about your hearing health.
Absolutely. So research tells us that hearing loss is the third most common health risk in the U.S. We also know that there's a lot of risk factors associated with untreated hearing loss. Research also tells us that the time between when someone first notices hearing loss to the time they seek help is about 5 years.
Wow.
We know that if people are more proactive, that they do better in the long run. So we're encouraging people to come on in, get a baseline, see where you're at, and go from there.
So this event is one way that we can prevent ourselves from keep pushing that to the bottom of the to-do list, something like this. What are other ways that we can kind of either encourage people, our loved ones that we may have noticed something in, or maybe build up the courage in ourselves to go and get our hearing checked?
So simply, if it's your loved ones, just being open and honest with them and just say, hey, we've noticed some concerns. We feel like you're missing out. We don't want you to miss out. So will you go in and get a screening? It's always helpful to have someone attend the appointment with you. It's always good to have another set of ears. And if you're thinking about yourself, I always want patients to know it's not scary. We're not threatening.
No, certainly not. I can vouch for them.
We strive to just be educational and just make sure that you know your options and know where you're at.
So, and what happens if you do neglect to go and you do keep, you're the type of person where it does take you 5 years to set that appointment up and come on in?
Yeah, so there are definitely risk factors to leaving your hearing loss untreated. The longer you leave it untreated, the faster it can progress. Untreated hearing loss also puts you at a greater risk of falls and a greater risk of cognitive decline. Certainly for people who are still young and in the workforce, there's also a lot of research talking about how untreated hearing loss can reduce earning potential and job promotion within the workplace as well.
That's very interesting. So I guess when someone, because hearing loss is usually gradual, something that maybe on a day-to-day basis you kind of just get used to, is there like an age or something that we should go by that, okay, I'm getting older or I'm this age, now is when I should start planning those yearly or every other year checkups?
Yeah, so in my perfect world, I would love for everybody to just have a baseline hearing screening when they reach the age of 55. And that always gives us a baseline of where you're at in the future.
And so, and for especially people who work with loud machinery, that could even be younger if that's where, you started your career and you've been there, spent 20, 30 years there.
Absolutely. If you're someone who's exposed to a lot of noise exposure, definitely get that baseline hearing test earlier.
Absolutely. Okay, so we have about 30 seconds left. We have the Love Your Hearing event going on right now. Do we need to schedule an appointment with you? How do we do that?
Yes, so call the clinic and schedule the appointment. Phone number is 751-6232, and we'll be happy to get you an appointment with one of the audiologists and go from there.
Wonderful. Dr. Amanda Ledige, thank you so much for coming in.
Thank you for having me.
Go see them. They are such a bright and happy crew. They're always happy to see you guys. All right, thank you so much, Amanda.